So I think what you're going to see over the coming 4 years is progressive adoption of Bitcoin by a bunch of banks, a bunch of various regulated entities operating in every major jurisdiction. The rules regarding transfer are going to evolve. In some cases, they're clear. In some cases, they're hazy. In some cases, they're being contested. In some cases, they're very unclear and uncertain. I don't think that in 4 years, every question will be answered, but I do think 4 years from now, you'll have a lot more clarity than you have right now.
Wait a minute, everyone. Welcome to BitcoinZella, your platform for daily cryptocurrency analysis and news. Our mission is to keep it simple. BitcoinZella offers engaging information that is easy to understand. Our analysts keep their eyes on the latest news to provide valuable insights via email. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Join our community of 10,000 subscribers and experience the new edge with BitcoinZella. Subscribe now. In today's video, Michael Saylor shares his view on Bitcoin's next bull run, and he thinks now is the best opportunity to buy more Bitcoin before the big adoption comes from large companies and countries. So without wasting any time, let's dive into the video.
Yeah, I think that January of 2024 was the beginning of the period of corporate adoption of Bitcoin. And, that first big catalyst was the SEC's approval of spot ETFs for Bitcoin. The second big catalyst is going to be the SEC's denial of every other crypto application for a spot ETF. And the entire world was thinking, will the regulators ban Bitcoin? And we answered the question, no, it won't be banned. And then the next objection is, but will it be copied? And when we actually see the regulators deny the applications of the copies of other crypto assets, then we will have checked the box. It won't be banned. It won't be copied. And generally, when people are if you're deciding whether to build a 100-story skyscraper and invest hundreds of millions of dollars on it, and someone says, well, you either need to use steel or you need to use bronze. And you say, well, which one is the right one? And the answer is unclear. Well, it might be that the bronze is the right one and steel collapses, or it might be steel's the right one and bronze collapses. That paralyzes a big corporate project. But when you get past that and you realize, well, there's just steel, and there is no second best metal for structural civil engineering, once you get to that point, the project moves forward because it's pretty obvious to the corporation they want the 100-story building. They just don't want to be paralyzed by the indecision and the fear of making the wrong choice. So I think that the critical catalyst will be not just the institutional or the regulatory acceptance of Bitcoin as an institutional asset, but it'll also be the regulatory rejection of the alternatives.
Grayscale Investments has achieved its first day of net positive inflows for the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, GBTC. This comes after nearly 4 months of continuous outflows since its conversion to a Bitcoin exchange-traded fund, ETF, in January. On May 3, Grayscale's GBTC recorded $63 million in inflows, after recording approximately $17.5 billion of outflows since the 11-spot Bitcoin ETF launched on January 11. According to Farside preliminary data. Among the other funds reported so far, Franklin Templeton's Bitcoin ETF, EZBC, saw its highest ever inflow with $60.9 million. Meanwhile, Fidelity Wise Origin Bitcoin Fund, FBTC, led the day's inflows with $102.6 million, followed by Bitwise Bitcoin Fund, BITB, with $33.5 million and Invesco Galaxy Bitcoin ETF, BTCO, with $33.2 million. The crypto community has been speculating how the turn in events might impact Bitcoin's price. Pseudonymous crypto investor Dipsman told his followers that the GBTC was the primary source of sell pressure across all spot Bitcoin ETF, but the tides could be turning. That effectively means a significant decrease in sell pressure and additional increase in demand while ETF collectively are buying more BTC than miners can create, he explained to his 20,800x followers in a May 3 post. Crypto trader Joe predicted to his 80,300x followers on the same day that Bitcoin's new all-time high is on the horizon. $60 million worth of inflows for Grayscales ETF. The halving chop will come to an end, and six-figure Bitcoin will follow shortly after. Meanwhile, crypto trader Jordan Lindsay responded to the news by pointing to Bitcoin's price, saying it is obviously responding both to outflows and inflows. Bitcoin's price has increased 4.91% over the past 24 hours to $62,840 at the time of publication, according to CoinMarketCap data. Several factors contributed to Grayscale's ongoing outflows since the launch of the 11-spot Bitcoin ETF. One reason is GBTC's high fees compared to other available ETF. GBTC's fee is set at 1.5%, whereas the fees for other ETF are all below 1%. The cheapest is currently Franklin Templeton with a 0.19% fee. Another main driver is bankrupt crypto firms, FTX and Genesis, selling off large amounts of GBT shares in an effort to repay creditors. On April 6, Cointelegraph reported that Genesis liquidated approximately 36 million GBTC shares for $2.1 billion to purchase 32,041 Bitcoin.
So I think what you're going to see over the coming 4 years is progressive adoption of Bitcoin by a bunch of banks, a bunch of various regulated entities operating in every major jurisdiction. The rules regarding transfer are going to evolve. In some cases, they're clear. In some cases, they're hazy. In some cases, they're being contested. In some cases, they're very unclear and uncertain. I don't think that in 4 years, every question will be answered, but I do think 4 years from now, you'll have a lot more clarity than you have right now. And that clarity, to a certain degree, will come because of the entrance of the large entities in the space. For example, the success of the Fidelity and the BlackRock ETFs will accelerate clarity with regard to can NASDAQ and, or other stock exchanges trade options? Under what, when can they trade options? There's already interesting movement afoot for the New York Stock Exchange to start trading 24/7, and that's been created by the crypto enthusiasm. So I think you're going to see an evolution of traditional finance organizations. I think you're going to see a lot of lobbying for more precise legal clarity and regulatory clarity. And you're going to see a lot of building, both by new digital assets companies, as well as you're going to see all the traditional accounting and traditional finance operators. They're going to upgrade their systems in order to support this new Bitcoin-backed economy. And it's going to take a lot of money and a lot of accountants, a lot of lawyers, and a lot of thinking and some time. But because of that action, I think we'll get to a much better place.
Bitcoin and other options contracts worth a combined $2.4 billion are set to expire on May 3, which could lead to increased market volatility. A Bitcoin options contract is a derivative contract that allows investors to speculate on Bitcoin price movements without owning Bitcoin itself. There are two types, call and put options. Call options give investors the right to buy a cryptocurrency at a specific price before a certain date. Put options, on the other hand, allow investors to sell a cryptocurrency at a particular price before the expiry date. Investors often use the put/call ratio as a metric to assess the general state of the market. If traders are purchasing more puts than calls, it is considered a bearish sign, and if they are purchasing more calls than puts, then the market sentiment is considered bullish. A put-to-call ratio below 0.7 is considered bullish, while a ratio of more than 1 is regarded as a bearish indicator. On May 3, a total of 23,367 Bitcoin contracts worth $1.39 billion are set to expire. Data from the derivative exchange reveal that the put-to-call ratio for Bitcoin options contracts is currently at 0.5, with a maximum pain point of $61,000. The maximum pain point refers to the price at which the asset will cause financial losses to the greatest number of holders. Similarly, a total of 334,248 other contracts with a notional value of $1 billion are expected to expire on Friday as well. These expiring contracts have a put-to-call ratio of 0.37 and a maximum pain point of $3,000. The expiry of options contracts has historically been followed by short-term price volatility in the spot crypto market. Bitcoin and Ether have experienced bearish pressure in the past couple of weeks. The BTC price fell below $60,000, marking an almost 20% weekly correction post-halving. The Ether price also fell below $2,900. The crypto market often bounces back from the options-led volatility within days of expiry. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Seller. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. I do not know why you have not subscribed yet. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.